How long does it take to ride everything in Adventureport on a busy Saturday? Well, that's what we are going to discover right now. I hope you're ready and excited. Let's go. Okay, we are starting this experiment at 4:54. Our first place is the Mercado. It actually, I think, is called something else on the other side here. But we are going to go grab some food. I haven't eaten yet, really all day. I ate just a little bit for breakfast. So this is basically my lunch. We are headed to Enrique's here for some delicious Mexican food, which sounds very, very nice to me. So let's go. As our very first part of today, we're gonna grab some food here. Let's go. All right, I am so hungry. This does look delicious though, and you do get a lot of food here at Enrique's, which is definitely really nice. So let's go. All right, that was a delicious meal. So good. I love that, and it really fills you up on a day when you're really hungry here in the park and doing a lot of walking around. My legs were starting to feel shaky. I feel fantastic now. We are headed over to Cargo Loco for our next ride. This does seem to be a pretty high capacity ride, and it seems to work pretty fast. So let's go hang out on it, and we'll see if we can get it spinning better than we did last time. They even have kind of a cool observation area here for you. Watch your kids on it or whoever it might be. And here's Cargo Loco. Let's go. Got all the way up to the front. We'll wait one time. So you did get quite a few people out. This line was pretty much full. It's about half full right now. So you get a lot of people on this ride. It's been a little bit more than a 10-minute wait, about a 12-minute wait right now. And it has been about 40 minutes now that we have been doing this challenge. We're about to get on the barrels. So let's go. All right, he does help you to get out of that, just like they do with kids' rides at Cedar Point. You do need to wait for him, which I don't love doing, especially, you know, I'm an adult. Let me do my own thing. But anyway, though, right now it is spitting down rain, and I think it's going to get to be more rainy in just a few minutes here. There's a bar right here, and we still need to try it, so we're going to grab that, and we're also going to have a long line anyway, also for Soul Spin right here, unless the rain cuts it down a little bit, which it could. So we're going to go grab a drink, and let's see what happens. Let's go. And it's trash can time right here. This is just simply a Jack and Coke. That's all it is. Sounds really good to me, though. And let's go. All right. We are going to Soul Spin right now.
For the comfort of our guests,
but
Kings Island is a
I'm not going to ride it, and you can't make me unless you're a Patreon member. And then maybe you can. Just a soft plug for that. But I refuse to ride this, at least right now. So until Patreon forces me, this is one that is a no-go. But we are going to pick an avatar. I already see my avatar. And we're going to wait until they get completely off of the ride. So let's go. A Jack and Coke from the Mercado is a really good choice. They seem to have good pours. I always like it when a cocktail is actually mixed live in front of you. And they do that there. I like that way better. You know, like the frozen Jack and Cokes. Don't go for that. There always seems to be, anyway. Maybe it's just a perception thing. But it seems like there's always less alcohol. And because of that, it's something where I'm like, it's just not as much worthwhile. This is much more worthwhile, delicious, and I can sit here and wait for Soul Spin, and I have a little spot where I can set my drink. I like it. Let's go. Okay, so Soul Spin, I think, was a very bad decision for this park. It is not a very high capacity ride. You could at least have 2 seats in each spot, but you only have 1 seat in each spot. and it's very, very low getting people on. So it's a very, very slow loading process, which is really frustrating because you just are stuck here doing nothing while you have to wait in line for this ride. And this is a popular enough park that they should have done something that would have had more capacity to it. Even like right behind me, the barrels are definitely Cargo Loco. That's definitely worthwhile because it gets you on pretty quickly. It's a pretty solidly fast ride. This is a very slow loading ride and a very low capacity ride. And both of those things put together are pretty lethal, I think, for this park. Tonight's meal was my 54th meal also, which puts me down below $3 now per meal that I've eaten here at a Cedar Fair park. So it's $2.97 now per meal, and really less than that for the next meal that I have. So it just gets better and better and better. I keep forgetting though to talk about it. So I've had multiples where I've just not mentioned it and not figured it out. And I know there are a few still, even beyond that I still haven't talked about. So it just gets better and better throughout this trip. My marks are still all the way back here. They have all of this that they have to go through. If I didn't already hate this frickin' ride, I hate it like 1,000 times more right now. Why did they even make this infernal just waste of space? Absolutely, like, that's not worthwhile at all for Kings Island in any possible way. So I'm gonna stand to get here to get another drink because why not? I have to wait here anyway. Might as well do something productive. Just here wasting my life away, waiting for Soul Spin, the slowest, most useless ride ever existed, that has ever existed. But at least I have a beer to get me through it. And they have only moved from there to there. That's all. It's very exciting. You guys notice how the night sky has gotten nightier since I've been here? How the lights have now started coming on since I've been here? How I've been waiting an hour and 15 minutes since I've been here for this piece of trash ride? Anything else, any other possibility would have been better. All right, now I want you guys to see, it just came to an end. It just came to a full stop. I want you guys to see how long it takes for a full cycle to start again. I've got a timer running. Let's go. And it's moving. That took 7 minutes and 40 seconds to get it moving. And yes, there was a girl who had to get off, but that's not been unusual. It's been every single time. Not to mention, there shouldn't be a girl that can get on who can't actually ride the ride. That should be a thing that they can avoid. But beyond that, this really isn't a call-out post on the ride operators. They're doing their job. They're doing what they need to do. This is a call-out post on Kings Island choosing this ride when they know they have a high-capacity park. You can't choose a low-capacity ride, not something like this. It's the same thing I've been saying about Cedar Point. Now, another huge problem with this ride is that only 24 people can get on per cycle, which is just it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount. Like, that's the reason why. Like, this should be at least 50 people per cycle that can get on. And then, sure, you have to wait a long time. Just like Monster at Cedar Point. Sure, you have to wait a long time to get onto it. But it's not one that draws massive, massive crowds like this. And it's not one that has a very, very long line. It's expecting a short wait. And then, yeah, I mean, it takes a long time between cycles, but then you get on and off fairly quickly because you didn't have to wait for massive, massive lines because they weren't expecting massive, massive lines. Here, they're very clearly expecting massive, massive lines, and they just don't care with this ride. That took an hour and 25 minutes for that piece of crap right behind me, right there, for them to be able to ride that. I will never. Say hi to Drew and Yoko. Hey, Droko's here. Let's go. We're going to go do Adventure Express, which is a much shorter wait, even though it's still somewhat long. That was a 14-minute line for Adventure Express. Very, very quick. Very, very easy. So what did we learn? We learned that Soul Spin sucks. That's what we learned. We learned never to do Soul Spin because you're going to have to wait an hour and a freaking half to do that ride. So instead, do anything else. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. And let me know what you guys think of the Adventure Port area. I'd love to hear what your thoughts have been throughout this season. And let's go. Hey, thanks for watching. I release theme park related videos at least a couple times a week, so press that subscribe button if you made it this far. Also, check out similar videos in the playlist to the right or find my newest video to the left. Thanks again, and let's go!